I just wanted to share these final moments in probably what has been the most powerful and important part of my career. This is a little bit of a vlog, isn't it, about the last days? G'day everybody, how are you going today? It is the end of an era. This is a big empty room, so yep, it's gonna echo. I'm gonna be echoing. I have been in this space for 20 years. If it wasn't for this space, I don't think I would be where I am today. It became my home, my headquarters, my production facility, and my retail outlet. I decided, instead of buying a home, why don't I buy a place where I can make money from the front door as well? And that's what I did. 20 years ago in 2001, I scraped together every cent I had. I borrowed a lot of money. I took a big risk, and I got this place. Yeah, we are rolling. Oh, gorgeous.
I'm not sure which camera to look at, so maybe I should look between the middle of the two.
Hey Mark, look over here.
That's what this red cable's here for. Should I pretend like I didn't stuff that up? What was I talking about?
Hi! How are you going today? It is so good to see you and you. But it's the end of an era. I'm sad. Today's the final day. I'm moving out. I've got the skip bin. I don't know if you know what a skip bin is, but it might be called different things in different places. But it's the bin that all the rubbish goes in. So I've been out in the absolute pouring rain, filling this bin with artifacts and rubbish and prototypes and things from the last 30 years, because I started my business 31 years ago. Up here on the first floor, we have ground and first floor here in Australia. This is where my desk was for, I don't know, almost 20 years. Over here was my business manager. And this is where I lived. I had this one little room. And now it's all clean and ready to go for somebody else to enjoy. And I mean, the upside is I've rented it. That's got to be a good thing. It's just such a crappy day to be finishing things off. Just such a ridiculously crappy day. But yes, I've launched books here. My first book, 2012. My first calendars in 2004. My fourth card range in 2001. My first journal. My first Sydney book. I got married. I had kids. All all while I was here. So this has been my base. 20 years. 20 years. 66% of my adult life. 66% of my business life. And as I said, without this place, this was a place that I could never be evicted from. I could never be told, you got to go, your lease is up. There's no chairs here anymore, so I'm going to have to kneel. Yeah, I could never be told that you've got to go, you know, someone else has got a lease or whatever else. And that was a really deliberate decision because my business had so many moving parts and so much stock. And it's taken me a long time to get out of here because I just had to sift through 30 years of books and merchandise and prototypes. And at my peak, I had 7 staff. That was in 2012. A couple of years later, I realized I didn't want to be a people manager. I wanted to be a photographer, a creator, and a filmmaker. So I let the business contract naturally again. Also, the industry's tough, and it's gotten tougher since I sold my first images in 1990. It's gotten harder. So I had to reduce risk. This is a video not for everybody, of course, but I just wanted to share these final moments in probably what has been the most powerful and important part of my career, besides my actual photography, is this very building and the stability that it gave me, the capacity to expand. And in the end, you might be asking, well, why are you leaving? In the end, I decided to leave because I outgrew it. When I did the Sydney book, which was, I think, 19 pallets of books, something in that order, I basically just couldn't fit any more in here. This place was absolutely packed to the rafters. So I had to move, and it also made sense. This is inner city property. It's more valuable than where my warehouse is, another, 15 odd kilometres away from the city, thus significantly cheaper. So there's a few reasons to do it. Plus I've got my gallery in the city. I just didn't need all 3 locations. How it's important to all of us is stability. If you want to build something, stability is important. And the earth itself is a metaphor for that. I was just reading an article about the fact that, a science article about the fact that, the planet has been stable for a very long time. No asteroid strikes and other major calamities. Well, it's the same for business. You need stability. If you have business interruption because you're moving every 2 or 3 years, it's a massive drain on resources, and the larger your business gets, the larger the drain will be. And it's very expensive. Not only, so there's opportunity cost. You lose money because you're moving instead of working, and it costs money to move. So if you're thinking about making photography into a business, think about how can you make it as stable as possible. Every decision that you make it to stabilize your business. The rain's still falling. It's been persistently falling for 3 hours now. And this is the day that I've got to move out. Holding this camera out here is killing me because I've been doing a lot of manual labor. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Those that have watched, this is not a photography video. This is a photography business video. This is the end of an era for me. The last 24 hours in the building that made my professional life possible. It's a big deal. Well, we're now in the final moments and everything is done. It took me 3 years to find this place, going to auctions, having my heart broken so many times with so many different places that I loved. And then I found this place by chance. I found it by chance. There was another property actually just down the road here, which was more expensive and smaller. And I was just about to pay too much for it. And I was driving past for one last look. And as I drove past, there was a sign out the front of this building, for sale. It was an amazing moment, which gave me a larger building, a more modern building, a renovated building it wasn't cheaper, but it was significantly larger. And it was just because I drove past one last time. This place has been my home. It's been my headquarters. I've sat on the couch right here with the television right here and played PlayStation. It's a sad day. I'm not ready to say goodbye, but it's the right thing to do. We've got to keep moving forwards. And as Marie Kondo says, we give thanks. I thank you. I thank you, building, for everything that you've done for me. You've kept me safe, you've kept me warm, you've kept me stable, you've kept me in business. And that area right there where you see the mark on the ground, that's where my chair sat for a couple of decades.